John 10:34, Jesus says, "Isn't it written, you're all gods?" Now, what does that mean? That's what this video is about. The context, of course, of that verse is that Jesus is being threatened to be stoned to death because he's healing somebody on the Sabbath, thereby breaking the Sabbath, breaking the rule. And of course, they're claiming that he's calling himself God. And then he says in 10, I'm going to read 10:33 now, 32. Jesus answered them, "I showed you many good works from the Father, for which of them are you stoning me?" The Jews answered him, "For a good work we do not stone you, but for blasphemy, and because you, being a man, make yourself God." Jesus answered them, "Has it not been written in your law, I said you are gods?" And by the way, this verse, of course, goes back to Psalms 82. He's quoting Psalms 82. And if we go back to the Old Testament and we read Psalms 82, this is God giving judgment to the Elohim, which are like these mini-gods. He says, God takes his stand in the congregation of God. He judges in the midst of gods. How long will you judge unrighteously and show partiality to the wicked? Give justice to the poor and the orphan. Justify the afflicted and destitute, and protect the poor and needy. Deliver them out of the hand of the wicked. So this is God basically scolding his mini versions, his angels or magistrates on earth. And Jesus ties this directly into human beings. Isn't it written, you are all gods? This is in a little later in the verse. It says, "I said you are gods, and all of you are sons of the Most High." So this gives us a little bit of an interesting take on what Jesus' teachings actually are. Because he is saying, basically, that if we are acting, with the Holy Spirit, just like he is, me and my Father are one, and we are doing good deeds, we are basically God in form. That's what he's saying. It's also the same reason why he uses the term my Father in heaven and our Father in heaven, right? He doesn't exclude us necessarily from that. So, there's of course some serious implication in that, because it also implies that we have that potential to become Christ-like, and also that who's the ruler of the Sabbath? Jesus tells us, but this man that creates the rule, right? Man is the Lord of the Sabbath, not God, right? So if we want to have this day holy, and then we break it because we want to heal somebody, that's up to us. And if we don't, we basically listen to the father of lies, Jesus says, right? So it gives a very interesting take on what we are, and it also gives us a communion with Jesus that other verses may not give, right? It gives us a very I think it elevates us to a degree that other verses don't. So that's what basically is implicit in that verse, that we have the same status, or can have the same status as Jesus. You call yourself the Son of God, apparently. We are the Elohim. If you like this video, press a like, and thank you for watching.